So as we discussed last evening, we have discussed almost everything related to metadata writing, which is where to pick up the metadata URLs from for which it has to be written, which is the one we can refer to as the internal pages sheet, the other we can refer to as the VLOOKUP pages. So right now, I think you just focus on, because you being the only person till Kyla joins in and she is ready to start. Maybe she can start with the VLOOKUP sheet and you can continue to work through the internal pages. So you start with the internal pages sheet, and I will give 7 or 8 websites which are high priority from business or revenue point of view for per lemon. So let us finish those 7 or 8 websites first.
Okay.
Let me just look for the site and I will also share my screen. So this is, I had started to prepare for the loom. So this is the sample sheet which I'll be sharing with you. This is a portion of my task sheet. So I'll be sharing this sample sheet with you. You just can replicate the drop downs from here. You can copy it and you can start adding it date wise. I think it should not be very confusing to understand from the sheet itself. You write the website name over here. You put today's date, the website's name. You will start with the red one, which is the first one, meta title and description. When you have written it, you write the row numbers. I wrote from row this to row this, and it is done. So maybe one day you continue to write for 3, 4 websites. I would say, suppose you are doing 60 meta titles and descriptions in one day. You don't do 60 for one website. You do 20 for one, 20 for another, and 20 for the third one. And you keep on rotating every day so that we make constant progress across all websites. You just don't, we can't do like, I will finish off per lemon, then let me go to per lemon leads. I will finish off per lemon leads, then let me go to per lemon leads USA. No, that way you're taking more time on one website. So, and it also gets boring and repetitive at times.
Okay.
So when you do, you can split it up. I'll do 20 from one website, 20 from one website, 20 from one website. One day I'll do the writing. The second day, in the beginning of the day, I will mark what I had written yesterday to Joanne for proofreading.
Okay.
That will take some time, probably an hour or so, because you have to copy each and every meta title and description to this format. Do you remember how we will be submitting it for review? So you'll be pasting it over here in this format according to the blank template which I'll be sharing. So what I suggest is that you start with this sheet. I will give you a list of 7, 8 websites which are high priority. Within those 7 or 8 websites, let me be clear on how many they are, whether they are 7 or whether they are 8. Here they are. So this, I don't know what they've done. They've added all this more sites over here. So I don't know where they've pasted it. I've given a list to the team. I'll check on that list. It's with me elsewhere. I'll have to look for it. So I'll share. I think they are around 8. And we just a moment. Okay, I'll check. I'll give it to you later on. So what you do is, suppose there are 8 websites. You pick one. If you are doing 60 pages today, do 20 for one, do 20 for another, do 20 for the third website. So I'm done for the day today. In my task sheet, I will have the names of those 3 websites over here. I would have written the meta titles and description. The rows numbers would be here, and this would say done. The next day, I will put the next day's date over here. Or suppose I have written meta title and description today for these 3 websites. Tomorrow, I will come and copy paste that over here. Then I will open Plant Sumo's Google document. I will copy paste 29 to 36 row numbers, meta title and description to that Google sheet and mark it to Joanne for proofreading. I will go to PL properties. I will 21, 22 and 23 row I have done. I will mark it on PL properties Google sheet, mark it to Joanne for proofreading. Similarly for the third one. And I change the drop down from meta title and description to meta title and description review. And over here, I do it in process because I've marked it to Joanne and the proofreading is in process now. Right. So yesterday I wrote these. Today I marked them for proofreading. And then after that, I continue to work on the new meta titles and description. Similarly, the next day, when I start my day, whatever new I had written yesterday, I will mark it for proofreading and continue to write the new one. Do you understand how the flow goes?
Yeah, makes sense.
So as it keeps on coming from Joanne, after she has proofread the same and those uh, edits have been made accordingly, then you don't need to mark it to Joanne again. It is it is uh, it is understood that once she makes marks the edit on a document that you made the changes accordingly, so then you again don't need to mark it to Joanne. You mark it then to Joe's. That is a very quick action because it is actually the Google Doc itself which you have opened. Joanne has marked the edits on it, and you are straight away making those changes and then selecting all those meta titles and descriptions. And this time the comment you mark it to Joe's. Kindly update it on WordPress. So similarly, then you will come to this sheet after you have done Joanne's edits. You will come here on that particular day. Again, you will copy paste these, and this time you will mark it updated on website. And again in process. So once it's done, you keep on marking it as done. You understand what the flow goes like.
Yeah,
So
makes sense.
I write 60 pages. 60 is a hypothetical number I'm just considering. I do 20 pages for 3 sites today. Tomorrow morning, I come and mark those 60 pages on the respective Google Sheets for proofreading to Joanne. Then I continue to write the new ones. When Joanne marks the edits, I make the changes accordingly, and then I mark the same to Joel. So you're simply just copy pasting those lines. These two are I have written all of these. Now I have yet to mark them to Joanne. When Joanne will, I will make the edits. I will mark them to Joel. So that's what I do. That's how you'll do. I'll be
But
sharing a sam. I'll be sharing a sample sheet of. I'll be sharing this sheet with you. So this is just to pick up. So you can delete everything and leave these rows as such and keep on. So basically you will have this drop down. You keep on dragging it down. Here the drop down is, you can just drag it down till wherever you, in whichever way you can copy paste it, right?
or
If you want to edit it according to your way, whenever you want to edit it, right click on it, or you just expand it and you see this pencil mark over here. You can
mhm.
always edit this drop
Okay,
down on the right over here. You want to
okay,
change the colors of the drop down, or you want to change the description, or you want to add items to it. So you can always do it from here. And
all right.
when you are done, click on done and you apply to all. So it will make the change across the whole sheet. That is if you want to change the drop down, the colors or anything. So because tomorrow you may want to add another field to it, maybe VLOOKUP, maybe something like that for your reference. You can add more columns. You can do whatever you want. This is just the sheet, the way I was doing it. You have to improvise it according to your convenience and what suits you to maintain your
Mhm.
task sheet. Okay.
Okay,
So I'll be sharing this sample sheet with you. You already have the Google Documents sheet link. If there is any page missing over here, if it's a new website which you don't find it, create a new Google document and just copy paste it to this sheet, giving it the name of the website, and you keep on adding it. At the bottom of the sheet is the blank template, which you use to add the new pages to the bottom of a sheet. So you just put in your name, your date, and you add the meta titles and descriptions, select them all, and click on this add comment, and you add a comment to Joanne or to Joe's as the case be. So that is the process. And what else? Now, where do you start from today? So I will, within 2-3 minutes of finishing this meeting in the group, I will share a list of the high priority websites, 7 or 8 or 9 or whatever of them. So you go through those websites to begin with, and you can finish off the meta titles and descriptions for them. Okay, and you can keep on rotating between 2 or 3 websites depending upon your KPIs, how many you can do within a day, and you pick up from this sheet. This is the sheet you work on. You just don't work on VLOOKUP for now. There is enough. So there are around 900 pages in this sheet. There are around 900 pages in VLOOKUP. So you can continue to work. Start with this. Start with Pearl Lemon. Start with Pearl Lemon today. From the top, you can do 20 from Pearl Lemon. Okay. After Pearl Lemon, you can go to Pearl Lemon Leads. Then you can go to Pearl Lemon Leads USA. I will be sharing that list with you in our chat group very shortly. So you can now begin writing for Pearl Lemon. Now, one last point which I hadn't shared with you yesterday was, where do you plan to write? You plan to use the tools, and straight away you can straight away also decide that I write and I add it to the Google documents side by side. That is the process you have to define for yourself. What I used to do was, I used to uh, I would dedicatedly write first when enough had been written, because there is no point marking 5 or 10 metadatas to Joanne for proofreading. It is 40, 50, she can do it in one go, right?
Okay.
So what I used to do was, I had this sheet. I used to maintain a separate Excel sheet for myself, the one you're looking at right now. I can share a sample of this sheet also with you. This sheet has the URL on it. Then it has the target keyword over here. Where I get this from? From here. I copy paste, I pick up this URL, I paste it in this column. I've typed this keyword, I copy paste it over here in the target keyword column, and the existing meta title and description, their lengths. How I find the existing meta title and description, if you remember from yesterday, I open any page. And I click on this Chrome extension, SEO meta in one click. You can straight away copy paste from here. Copy, and you can paste it over here in the sheet. There you see?
Yeah.
So you don't even need to do anything. You just have to click, you open the page, you click over here, and you copy paste the meta title and description from here. The length is also over here. So from here I copy the meta title, 146 characters. I come over here in the values only, and I write over here 146. I open the page, I look at the title. This is 51 characters. I copy it, I come over here, values only, 46. Okay, so, and here is the URL and here is the keyword. Then I write my meta title and I put it over here. Then I write my meta description, I put it over here. That is how I used to do it for 20, 30, 40, 50 pages. And then later on, pick it up from here and put it on the Google Doc. Copy paste job.
Okay.
Otherwise, where do you otherwise, where do you store what you are writing?
Yeah. So you can send this, you can send me this.
Yeah. So this was my way of doing it. I used to write I'm repeating. Simply, I put the URL over here. I put the keyword, which is already readily available over here. The URL, I'm writing for this page, the URL, the keyword. Then I open the page from here. I look at its existing meta title. I copy it to the sheet over here. I look at its existing description and the length. I paste the description over here. So I have the URL, I have the keyword, the existing meta title, its length, the existing description, its length. Now I know what changes. This is 36. It is way too short. This is Pearl Lemon Jets. This is wrong. This is not the format we follow. So I need to do it according to the format we have. Then I make the changes using the process, your word tune and word hero, and your everything remains open in your browser. You write your meta title over here, you put the length. You write your meta description here, you put the length. You do the next page, you're finished for the day. Next day, you come back to this sheet, you open the Google document for Parliament Jets, and you know the second row is the meta title and description that you've written. So what do you need to put on that sheet is you need, so this format is not okay. At the bottom, you will find the proper format. Or let's look at this. So what do you, how I do it from this sheet is, look, I'll do it for you right now for one page. So I need to update it over here. Suppose this is the page for Parliament Jets, the Google document. My sample sheet is open. I copy the URL, I paste it, I make it length for the size 11, targeted keyword, I copy it, I paste it, the title, I open my sheet, this is my final title, I paste it, this is the description, this is the final description, I paste it, I'm done. That is a, okay. So it does not take much time, 40, 50, 60 pages, you will be able to do, put it on the Google document within half an hour, 40 minutes. And then once I've done, you want me to do it. So you understand how I'm doing it from this Google sheet, right? So I'm copying the URL, the targeted keyword, my final title, my final description onto this sheet. I will select them all and I'll mark them to Joanne first for proofreading. And similarly, when Joanne sends it back along with her comments, I'll make the changes over here itself. The changes are done, and simply I tag Jules now and I mark it, take it live on. Okay, so I will be sharing this sample sheet if you want to use this Google Excel sheet as an intermediary in between where you write your meta titles and descriptions. Because see, you are finally writing it in the character count, but from the character count, you simply paste it over here. You write the length. From the character count, you final description, you paste it over here, you write it length over here. So this is a permanent, your individual sheet. You are not sharing this Excel sheet with anyone. So from here, when you have written for the day, the next day you come back to the respective tabs. You keep on adding the tabs at the bottom. So suppose this is, you name it full lemon jets. Okay, or PL jets. Similarly, the next sheet is for per lemon. The third sheet is for per lemon lead. And you copy paste this format, copy, paste. So I have the same sheet on the second one. So you scroll down till the bottom. I don't know why it's copy pasted it many times. So so you basically have to select them and clear the contents. Right. So like that, the copy paste did not work. Something funny happened. So basically you just copy paste this sheet over here to the new tabs, and you can keep on replicating the sheet for all the different tabs. So you simply select the rows on the new tab, you press delete, so you will get the blank ones and you start writing for the new website over there. So that is what I would do. I would put everything on this Google sheet, and I would copy it from here. When I need to submit it to Joanne, would copy it from here to the Google Doc and mark it to Joanne. So see, I will now show you, this is a sample sheet. I will show you quickly my actual document. See, this is my Excel sheet on which I was writing meta title and description. So if you look at the bottom, see, this is per lemon outsourcing. You can see I just add the date for my own memory. I add the date also below a cell. So these pages I've written on 25/10/22 till here. This is for PL catering. I'll just add the date when I start writing on a given date, right? So this is for PL recruitment. This is for PL web, so on and so forth. So you keep on adding tabs for all the websites, and finally from here I copy paste it to for proofreading or whatever. Get the point? So you will create your own Excel sheet. So from here you can copy paste it to. So this is what I will be making a short loom also, and I will share it with you. So basically now what you are ready to go, you start with Pearl Lemon straight away. After we finish the meeting, you start writing for Pearl Lemon. I will share this sample sheet of how to record your KPIs on a daily basis. Right away, I'm sharing with you. Let me share it with you now. Tell me your email ID. Or this is why it's restricted. Anyone, okay. Anyone with the link, editor, copy link, and there you go, paste. And this is daily task sheet sample. Okay, have a look at it. The second thing which you need is this is a sample of the Excel sheet. Copy. Oh, let me check if it's edit. Yeah, anyone with the link editor, copy. This is personal. You don't need to share your Excel sheet with anyone because you will actually be sharing the Google Docs only, right? So you can keep on adding your stuff over here. So I've shared both these samples with you. This one, how you can write today's date, Pearl Lemon, and you start writing for Pearl Lemon today. Don't think much left and right, and keep on coming back to me where you have any confusion. Okay, so you are on mute, but if you want to ask anything, feel free to speak. So I'm closing this, and you have the sample sheet. This sample sheet I've shared with you. I've shared how to record your daily KPIs, and you start with Pearl Lemon now. And from, let's close this. So you go to new pages on internal websites. You go to the first one on top is Pearl Lemon, and you have enough to write over here. See, all the way, you have all the way down to the first blue cell. So you have 220 pages on Pearl Lemon itself.
Okay.
Okay, so you do 20 from here, 20 from I am just sharing the sequence right after the meeting. I'll be sharing the sequence or the important website. You do it in that priority order only. So if you have 7, 8 websites, or the other way is forget the sequence. I will not even give you the sequence. You refer to this. I'll tell you another way of going about it. This one, this sheet, which you already have. This is from 2 days back, the count for each website, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So you pick up the first one, you pick up the first one, you do 20 pages from here. You will do row number 2, you will start and you do till row number 21 or 22 from here. Next, you come to PL lead, you start with row number 2, do 20 pages. Third PL sales, start with row number 2, do 20 pages. Keep on doing these and at the same time in between. So, these are the old pages which have not been checked and which have been, which need to be written. And these are the new pages which have been published in the past couple of weeks, which need to be written. So you need to keep track of these also. These are also important. So you need to distribute. What you can do is How many? Okay, Victor, give me a figure. How many pages do you think you can write today? What is your plan? The actual you'll come to know after 2 3 days only that how much output we are getting. Give me a
Okay.
give me a
Let's
number that comes
let's
to your mind.
let's say 10 per website.
Pardon?
Let's say 10 per website.
Let
10 per website, for instance.
10 per website. Okay.
Okay.
So what do you okay? So 10 per website, but how many in total?
That should be around 30. If I'm doing Solomon, Solomon leads and Solomon gives.
Okay. So you're saying 30.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So what I would say is uh what you do is you don't start with the old pages. Don't
Okay.
start here. Let them
Okay.
be because they've been there for since ever. You focus on finishing the new pages.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because they are lesser in number. They are a total of 180 pages.
Mhm.
You can finish these within a week and even
Okay.
sooner. With even sooner. Vibha, you're getting the point. Let us not focus on the old pages. By the old pages, we are referring to above the blue mark.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Yeah.
now the new pages in our what we refer to as is at the bottom of the sheet, because if something gets published today, they add it to the bottom of the sheet. So they are the latest pages. So it makes more sense to focus on them and keep this backlog to the minimum. Never keep these pending. These were never pending when I was writing it regularly, because now 180 pages are pending because from the past 2 weeks I'm focusing a lot of time spending time with you guys. That is the time I would otherwise be writing meta titles and descriptions.
Okay.
What you do is you forget column C and D. You focus on column F and G of this sheet. So now you start with per lemon recruitment today. Only 26 and 27 two pages are there to write. Two rows. These are row numbers and these are the total number of pages, right? So there are 2 pages on Pearl Lemon recruitment, 1 page on wedding chiefs, 10 pages on Pearl Lemon invest, 3 pages on plant sumo, one on PR, one on PL web, so on and so forth. Okay, you're getting the point.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
what
get
you
it.
can do is you pick up the highest count number. There are 27 pages in PL consulting. You do 10 pages for it today.
Mhm.
Okay. There are
Okay.
26. There are 26 pages for PL content. Do 10 pages today and pick any one more. There are 11 pages over here for PL outsourcing. Finish these. And once you're doing these, keep on. Now you have to record the numbers over there on this sheet on a weekly basis. Every 1 week, every 10 days, go back to the Perlemon internal. So what you will do is you will open Perlemon and you will check at the top and bottom. The top will never change. Try to understand. These numbers will never change. No URLs are going to be added over here unless you work on them. They will always
Yeah.
remain the same. These two columns are never going to change. You will have to update the numbers over here
Okay.
till you are writing. So
Okay.
whatever is written and whatever new is added, so you will visit a given website. Suppose you will come to Cat Judo, you will it does not have pages, I think, over here much added. So for example, you come to PL Consulting, you scroll down to the bottom. Right now, it is from 64 to 90,
Mhm.
and our sheet says PL Consulting here 64 to 90, right?
Yeah.
Maybe after 10 days when you come below 90, they've added 4 pages or 6 pages over here,
Okay.
right? So you will have to update your sheet. Keep this sheet very updated. So this is the quickest reference point. You pick up pages from here today and you start writing. I'm not giving you any priorities. You have to write everything, at least the new pages. You keep these new pages, you bring them to zero first.
Okay.
Okay. Right
Makes
now
sense.
you have a count. Right now you have a count of 180 pages. I think you'll do this within 4 5 days.
Okay.
After that, and you keep on doing it. And now see, you have to find a process for yourself where you can memorize on what is done and what is not done. You can, what I do is when I've written them, I simply go over here and I mark it in green like this. When I finish this one, I will come here, I will mark it in green. You getting the point?
Yeah.
So that I know this is written, then the next day I'll start with the next one, the next one, the next one, and so on and so forth. So there is, because the numbers are limited, no one says that you have to do 10 pages. There are sites which have 1 page, 3 page, 2 page, 1 page. So you can actually pick up one and just finish it off. There are 26, let me finish them off. There are 27,
Okay.
let me finish these off. So
Okay.
you now you don't even need to go 10 pages for 3 websites. Just
Yeah.
pick up, start with the highest numbered one, which website has the maximum pages, new pages on it. I will start with PL Consulting, then I will finish PL Content 26 pages, then I'll finish PL Catering 18 pages, then I'll finish PL Group 15 pages, then I'll finish PL Experiences 12 pages, and then I go back to the smaller numbers.
Question.
And
Yeah.
within
Question.
5, 6, yeah.
When I'm done with the pages on this particular sheet, for instance, let's take for instance, okay, PR consulting.
Yeah,
All right, there are from 64 to 90,
yes.
and there are 27 pages. So let's say I do 15 of them.
Hmm.
Do I come back to this page, the number of pages row, to update, to remove 15 from the number from 27?
Yeah,
If you get my
see,
question.
there are 27 pages, and
And
suppose
I've
you've
taken
done,
out 15.
yeah, I understand. You've done 15 pages. So then
Mm-hmm.
you mark it. See, if I finish this row, I will mark it like this, green. If I have done half of the work on this one, so I will not completely
Okay.
mark it green, but I need to remember the next day that more work needs to be done over there. I'll just mark that cell over here so that I know the next day I need to continue working over here.
Okay. I don't need to change the numbers.
You don't need to change the numbers here at all today. Try to understand. You have to keep on doing them, mark it in green. Once the row is marked in green, you know that this is finished. Then you come
Okay.
back to the sheet every 10 days and you take a fresh count. You don't need to take a fresh count every day. What you will
Okay.
have to do is you will have to add a new sheet over here. Suppose I took this count on 13th, today is 15th. You come back to this sheet on 25th, 25, 3, 2023. You select this complete sheet, copy it, you paste it over here. Why is it copying multiple times? I don't know what's happening. Not supposed to happen that way. Really don't know what's going on. See,
Yeah, just for example,
pardon?
just go ahead. Let's look at it for an example.
No, what I'm saying is you copy this sheet
Yeah.
on the date when you will be taking the fresh count.
Yeah.
A to I, copy, paste. Okay. See, now this sheet, I had taken this count on 13th. Today is 25th of March. I have probably written many of these. Now I will open the new pages on internal website, and according to this sequence, I start from the top per lemon. And that
Mm-hmm.
I told you the top pages will not have moved
Will
because
not
nothing is
change.
going to be added over there. They will remain
Yeah.
the same. So I will check all the sheets at the bottom, which are the rows which I need to do, and I will take that fresh count and I will put that fresh count on the new date over here. So these numbers today I will make the changes over here.
Okay.
So
Okay.
today I see earlier plant sumo was 36 to 38, 3 pages had to be written. I have written them. No new pages have been added to plant sumo. So I will delete.
Okay.
See the numbers are changing accordingly.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
Parliament web was page number 136 to 144, I had written till 144. Now I see that they've added 4 more pages. So here it will be 145 to 149, whatever the row numbers are. See, the numbers will change accordingly. They
Yeah.
changed.
Yeah.
So that is what you'll do. So you will
Okay.
revisit this sheet at when you feel is convenient that I've written these pages. Now let me check what is the new status of for all the websites.
All
Okay,
right.
so you will have multiple tabs over here. See, I will again show you, and that's a sample sheet I gave you. Metadata. Look at this. This is my sheet. Look at the tabs at the bottom.
Mm.
Can you see them?
Yeah, I see that.
This was the status on 19th. This was the status on 19th December. Then I took a status on. See, I keep on marking these cells in green that it's done once it's done. So
Yeah.
you can mark the row in green, you can mark that cell in green, or you can mark it in a different color when you say half the pages are done. I need to work on it tomorrow. So it is
Okay.
just for your own memory.
I
This sheet.
understand.
Right. So, and then when the next date comes that I need, see, I keep on marking them in green, whichever is written. So whenever next I need to take a fresh count, you add a new tab, you copy that sheet to that new tab, and then you make the
Okay.
changes to the number.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. So that is how you can keep track of. So coming back to this, I'm going to delete the second sheet so that it does not confuse you. So, and I will delete this color over here. So to begin with, Vibha, to begin with, he has his work now. All these numbers are from the new pages on internal website sheet. To begin with, you don't work on the old pages, forget them. You start with the new pages. And
Okay.
so you are free to choose whichever way you want to go, but pick one up. Once it's done, mark that cell in green so that you know it's done. Do the next one, do the next one, do the next one. You can start with the highest numbered one, or you can just go in sequence. That makes no difference. Ultimately,
Okay.
everything has to be written in the next 4 5 days.
All right. No problem.
Right. So you already have this sheet, right? Total
Yeah.
pending pages. Yes. So start with this sheet, go to the first one, do those 2 pages, or you go with the highest count one, you start with this, which has 27 pages. Whichever way you
Okay.
want to do it, you have to go through all of these one by one and finish them off.
No problem.
Okay, so you start with this. Now you have work to do. You have around 180 pages to write meta titles and descriptions for. And when these 10 are finished, mark them to Joanne in one go. When these 3 are finished, mark them to Joanne in one go. This is a single one, mark it to Joanne in one go. You're getting the point? When all
Okay.
20, when all 27 of Pearl Lemon Consulting are done, you would have added them to your Excel sheet, add those 27 to the Google document, mark them to Joanne in one go. That is how I
Okay.
would do it.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
No
so
problem.
so one day of writing, then maybe we can you do one day of writing, you add it to your task sheet like this. Do one day of writing, add it to this task sheet, and then tomorrow morning you add it to the Google document and you submit it for proofreading, and then you continue with your writing. That is the process.
All right. Thank you
Okay,
very
makes
much.
sense. So you can start with this today. You start. This is my sheet. Sorry, you this one. You start with this sheet. This is the latest count for 13th of March.
Yeah.
2 days back it was taken. So you finish these, and after that you make a new tab and you take a fresh count on that day. If you want, I can be with you in that one, but you won't
Okay.
be needing me. It's simply physically checking, opening each tab. I've opened per lemon sales. I will go to the bottom. Is something needed? Nothing is there, so that remains zero. If pages have been added, I will add those rows numbers to the sheet. That's it.
All right. All right.
So
No problem.
let us focus on the new pages. Let us finish these new pages. After you have got uh, 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 finished these new pages, then you always have these old pages to write by side by side.
Okay.
Fair enough. So
Yeah.
I have shared the sample daily task sheet. I've shared the sample Excel sheet on which you can put your meta titles and description, or you can just start with a blank sheet. And you have the internal, you know this sheet where to pick the URLs from, and you have this sheet also with you. So I actually don't have anything that I need to give to you. And
Okay.
this call recording in itself is what I was going to explain to you in the loom. So we can keep this recording for reference also.
Okay.
Okay, Weber. So he's good to
Yeah.
go. He's good to go. He's good to go right away. You can start wherever you want, but this is what you need to do. This.
Mm.
Pick up
And
any.
also,
Yeah.
I am thinking that maybe Victor can create a loom while he's working so that you can make sure that he isn't missing any steps. So that will be one way to make sure that the work process is in place. Just for the first time, because
Yes, yes, that is okay with me. Anytime he can share a loom, I can go through it. So, Victor, what you do is,
The loom I have right now, I only have 5 minutes recording time.
pardon?
I only have 5 minutes recording time on my loom. 5 minutes. Max.
5 minutes? No, 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 no. You have to use the team at Parliament ID for creating looms.
Okay.
and the
How
purpose
does
for that loom is just to make sure that you are following every step, because this is your first time and there
Yeah.
might be the instance where you miss any step. So
Yeah.
if you share the loom with Saurabh, he'll make sure that everything is in place.
Okay. How long would the loom last for?
Victor,
Make
Or
it
through,
short,
will it
like
no, no,
will
no.
it last throughout my time, my work time for the
No,
day?
no, 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 no. I'll tell you what you do. You make a loom for this single page, wedding chiefs. You start with this.
Okay.
Okay, you
Okay.
start your recording when you create your sheet. When you're ready with your sheet, all your tools are logged in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, then you are ready to record the loom. So what you'll do is you will go to wedding chiefs. You will pick 13 to 13 means only row 13. So I'll show you.
Yeah.
It should be only one page over there, which needs to be written. Here's wedding chief. Here it is. So this is the last one, Islamic wedding invitation. Okay. So you go to wedding chief, you write this single page, meta title and description. Then you add this single, you add that to your task sheet where you will write wedding chiefs, you will write row 13 to 13, you will add a link to the sheet. Then you add it to the Google document for wedding chiefs. So only one page, you just complete that loom.
Okay. Makes sense.
And you make a
You,
loom for that.
Okay.
you can also use your personal ID, it's free.
My personal ID
Yeah,
to
for
register
loom.
for the loom.
For creating the loom,
Yeah,
making the loom.
you can use any of your IDs, it's fine because it's free.
It's free. I'm saying that I only have 5 minutes of recording time on loom. If I use my
Yeah,
personal
then
ID.
you can create another loom.
No,
This
no,
is how
no.
I create my loom. So
No, are you using
Okay.
looms
Then
regular?
five
If you,
minutes, I make another 5 minutes loom, another 5 minutes loom. Is that
mhm.
the idea? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
yes, yes. Okay, that is the time limit when you're using a free account. The loom ends in 5 minutes or 10 minutes,
Yes.
something like that. That's
Yes.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, it ends
So
in
yes,
5 minutes.
you can do that. You can just as it finishes, start recording the second loom. You can share two looms also with me, no problem. But the permanent way around for that is to use the teams at parliament.com ID. When you're logged in with that, that has a paid subscription, and you can make half an hour loom, 1 hour loom, whatever you.
I'm asking for the logins for the team logins.
You Viba, you have the team logins.
Yeah, I have. I'll share it.
You can share
Okay.
it with him, and then he would need Gary's help to log in because it will ask for two-factor authentication in any case. So for the
Yeah.
time
Oh,
being, until you're logged in into your team ID, you will have to do it uh, in two looms if the need be.
okay.
Okay, so
Oh,
you do it for one page and feel free to
yeah.
share the loom with me. Do it for wedding chiefs, single page. Write the meta title description for it. I don't even want to see you writing the meta title and description. That you know how to do. You create a loom when you have written the meta title and description, and how you are adding it to the Google Doc, and how you are marking it to Joanne, and how you are putting that over here on this sheet. You will write here wedding chiefs. You will choose meta title and description from the drop down. You will add the row number 13. You will add the sheet over here. Do this, add it to the Google Doc, mark it to Joanne. That loom will be not more than 5 minutes in any case, because it's just one page.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't want to see you, you don't need to record the loom while writing the meta title and description, but after you have written that meta title and description, you update your task sheet, you add it to the Google Doc, and you mark it to Joanne. That is the only thing which you need to do. This sheet, like I told you, you have worked for a week over here, 3-4 days. Continue to work on it. When you have finished all of these, I will spend 10 minutes with you, 20 minutes with you. I'll let you know how to update this sheet. So because you will be doing it after intervals of time. You will be doing it probably after every 10 days, once a week, that you can decide to do.
Okay.
Okay. So let's carry on. Yeah, let's carry on and we catch up later.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.